How do I avoid the digital ID and the coming control grid trap? This is a question I get asked a lot, but there's no one simple answer because it's going to look different for every single person. But I broke down 4 different models of what each of us could consider doing to avoid this. I'm going to start with the more extreme and go down to the more practical. So the first one we have is the more extreme option, right? You want to go completely off grid. That's it. I'm done checking out. You want maximum independence from the digital and centralized systems. So you're looking to relocate to a rural or, remote location. You want to be self-sufficient. Now, we've all seen the great homesteading videos and the clips on Instagram where it's very romanticized, and I love it. I would love this option. But the reality too that a lot of people have to consider is this is going to be extreme hard labor. Going back, living off of the land, providing for yourself in a true self-sufficient manner is going to be very difficult. And so it's only going to be for a few amount of people. You want to create a barter and trade system with your community, and you want to build local co-ops. That's going to include your food, your energy, and your health care, especially, so that you can take care of each other. Now, this next option is your rural hybrid option. Okay, so you want to minimize your control points. You're not looking to go full self-sufficient, but you want to move to a small town or a rural area, right? You're gonna minimize the surveillance tech around you that way. Once you get out of the suburbs and the city, you're not gonna have the cameras on every single corner. You're gonna wanna buy with cash as much as possible. You wanna buy local at farmers markets and small independent businesses. You want to install privacy routers if you're going to still stay online. Of course, we all want to. So use your VPNs, your Tor browsers, etc. You want to own physical materials and backups of documents and media. So don't rely on the cloud. Have the actual physical media and physical documents in hand. You want to avoid all the Internet of Things, which includes all the home appliances now, and especially cars too. Those all have tracking, those all have data collection that's sending it back to a corporation. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. You want to invest in analog systems, your maps, your radio, and for vehicles. Okay, then you have your suburban and practical side. So you want to stay in your comfy home, you want to stay in the suburbs, but you want to preserve freedom while staying in a connected digital world. You want to refuse to sign up for digital ID and digital ID verification apps. You want to opt out of any biometric programs. This includes your facial scan, your facial recognition at airports, as well as your fingerprint sign-ins and DNA analysis by private corporations. You want to support cash-friendly businesses, keep multiple bank accounts, and concentrate them at small local banks and credit unions. The emphasis here is on small and multiple accounts at different places. That way, if something does happen and one gets shut down, you'll probably have access to the other. You want to use privacy-based tech tools like the Brave browser, Proton Mail, etc. And you want to avoid single sign-in logins like your sign-in with Google. Lastly, we have your more community civic action. You're going to take action, you're going to educate people. We're going to try to stop this before it comes down. You want to prevent your digital control grid through collective influence. And that means educating others in your community and your circle of influence, doing online videos like this, but letting people know what's happening and how to stop it. You want to be vocal with your local and state politicians. All right. A lot of these guys, they serve the donor class, but when the masses start contacting them by email, by phone, and complaining and telling them what they want, they tend to listen. You want to create your own local freedom networks for trading goods, services, and skills. And start engaging in barter and trade. This is an important one too, especially like on Facebook Marketplace. Instead of just selling an item, maybe try trading for it and see what that is like. See what other people value and what you have and what you can get. Just start working that system because trade and barter can't be tracked, can't be documented. It's just between two independent private parties. Where possible, you want to use decentralized currency. CBDC, that's the centralized currency. Other crypto is decentralized. You have your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Cardano, etc. And then finally, you want to promote local. So you want to go to co-ops, barter groups, farmers markets, independent small businesses. So there's a lot of connection between some of these, a lot of similarities. It's all going to depend on what works best for you. And if all else fails, we also have the founding documents to fall back on, specifically the first half of the second paragraph of the Declaration of Independence. And this video is for entertainment purposes only.